Well, great. We just covered the Recad, the consumer disclosure. Now I want to go over with you our office policy and how it relates to the Recad that we just discussed. We have three ways in which brokers can behave here at Remax and Gulf Shores in interacting with you, the consumer, and soon to be the client. First is single agent representation, which we've already spoken about, where we represent one party in the transaction as your advocate, as your fiduciary. And that's the most common that we're going to see in most circumstances. Then there's dual agency. That's if it's the same agent working with the seller and the buyer representing both parties. And that can only be accomplished when both seller and buyer agree to that. It can be rare when you're talking about the individual agent having both the parties. But it does happen, so it's something we need to be prepared for. And finally, a transaction facilitator, which we talked about, which means that we're really just assisting the process going throughout. We're not your fiduciary, but we're going to sit there and work with you, lend our expertise, but not to the point of advocacy. So that would probably only happen in the case that you already knew the property you wanted, you knew what you wanted to offer, and things like that. So that's the three ways that it can go. So generally, we charge a percentage of sales price to list and market the property if you were a seller. And if you're a buyer, we also charge a percentage of the total sales price. But we're obligated to first and foremost try to receive our compensation from the selling side, from either the seller themselves or from the listing agent sharing part of their compensation. So that'll be our primary goal to make that happen. But of course, you know, buyer's agents don't work for free. And in order to make it happen, we're going to talk about another form in just a second that talks about creating a relationship of fiduciary relationship between buyer and buyer's agent. So do you have any questions as I've explained this?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, well, great. Let's get this signed and move on to the next document.
Okay.